Hello everyone and welcome back to Rebuild the Capital. Now it's been a while since then, or that last episode, but here we are. We're on a quest of knights and men to find Knight Grant. This is to push through joiners' proposals to, I believe, where we would have knights command the Footmen, I believe. But apparently we don't want that. That's what Tristan said, apparently. But yeah, we were supposed to find Knight Grant. And apparently Knight Grant is in a very interesting, different area that takes us through, what is this one? The Anacostia Crossing. However, I wanted to head over here. We get to visit the Scavengers Guild. And this is the very corner of the map. I don't think I can go any further, right? Oh, whoops, that's not the sprint button. It'll stop me at some point here. Oh no, I can go down the street, okay. Guess it stops me from going past Rivet City. Also, I am playing on TTW 3.3.3b still. It would be too much of a pain to actually update this whole list to 3.4, so we might see him. So you guys might see a brand new playthrough of TTW, maybe with this mod. Yeah, just updating would cause so many more issues.
What do you need?
What do you need? Okay, let's see. Interesting. Huey Lloyd. Just take a look around. Can they do anything for me?
Hey.
Mickelson. They call you mad? Because you look pretty angry. Also a mailbox and places to put it. Ooh. What do you need? Only allowed to sell to members of the guild. Okay, how do I become one? You have to speak to Manager Mickelson about membership. Alright. Ooh. So that mod's still working. Yes. Stick you in there. Beware of radiation or else. Alright. Is there anything here other than... Oh my god, okay. Well, this is somebody's bedroom, definitely. Full of ammunition. Okay. Alright, I want that. Those books? No, those are holotapes. Alright, everyone hold. I'm gonna talk to some people. Oh, world map. Well, a picture at least. Even a dog enlists, why not you? It's time to rebuild. In the orders of smiths, okay. Who are you? You believe this? Scavengers Guild, or to be more precise, the Brotherhood of Steel, has wronged and robbed me. I'm not going to stand for it. I'm going to sit here and protest until I'm provided the justice I deserve. Okay, you don't sound like a fan of the Brotherhood. After being robbed by them, I'm not. Used to think they were the good guys, saving people and handing out clean water. But now I realize they're just a bunch of power-armored wheeling bullies who go around with stupid names like Knight or Smith. Or Scrab, I mean. All they care about is power. This whole sham of a guild is just an extension of their steel grasp. Say the Brotherhood stole something from you? It's right, my family pistol has been passed down from generation to generation since the bombs fell. Scriveners confiscated it, claimed the Brotherhood had the right to take dangerous weapons, and joined the guild to have my heirloom stolen from me. I'm not leaving till I get my pistol back. Scrivener and Mickelson can ignore me all they want, but I'm not leaving. Okay, I could help you. You could, I'd really appreciate it. Any help you could offer. You can try talking to Scribe Scrivener. She's the Brotherhood's representative here at the Guild, and the one who made the decision to confiscate my pistol. If you won't listen to reason, you can always take my pistol back by other means. Wink wink, nudge nudge, please. She probably keeps it in one of the safes in her room alongside with other confiscated goods, so that's her room. Okay. What about something else? Should be in one of these. Going to assume all of them are locked with keys. Maybe we could go about. Okay, first option is talk. I am Scribe Scrivener, member of the Order of the Sword and representative of the Brotherhood here. Hope you're here to help with that one on the bench, one named Huey Lloyd. He confiscated a dangerous weapon he was carrying with him when he came to trade. He's throwing an absolute fit about it and won't leave till they've returned it. Under the Guild's charter, we have the right to confiscate dangerous technology, but he refuses to acknowledge that fact. Okay, that's interesting. I mean, if this man came here to trade and that's his one way to defend himself, that's pretty messed up.
Hey.
Let me just check. You do have a key. Maybe I can talk to you. I'm very busy. Yes, I want to talk to you about Lloyd. You here to help me with his loitering? Okay. Yeah, why did this weapon need to be confiscated? You possess an extremely deadly and rare prototype plasma pistol. Back at the Citadel, I had seen weapons. The weapon referenced in recovered government documents. Simply put, this weapon cannot be trusted to the hands of a wastelander. The weapon belongs in the hands of people qualified enough to study and protect it. Okay, sounds like you stole it from Lloyd. It says that it's an ancient family heirloom. You believe him? Took you to be a smarter woman than that, Sentinel. How do you know who I am? Number one, you didn't ask. Okay. Family base or back in an army truck. He's a scavenger after all. Okay. Seems highly unlikely that this pistol could stay in the hands of the same family for 200 years, especially in the hands of a wastelander. Okay. Alright.
Morning.
Or it could also be he came to trade it in. Sell it, and didn't get what he wanted. About your pistol. Yeah, why is this pistol important? Told you it's a family heirloom. My great-grandfather designed the prototype pistol back before the war. He was a great inventor. When the bombs fell, the only thing he had in his possession was his trusty pistol. That doesn't make any sense. The weapon was kept in the family's safe for all those dark days, and it's been keeping his descendants safe ever since. They wrongfully stole it from me. Hope now you understand that it's important to me, and that you need to get their greedy hands off of it. Okay. Alright. It tells me this pistol is dangerous. Dangerous? Well, of course it is. It's a goddamn gun. That's the point. No more dangerous than any other gun, though. I wants it for her research. I've heard her greedy scribes stealing tech to study for themselves, but that's probably what's happening here. Okay, any advice? Like I said, you can try talking to her. She's the one that stole it from me. Or if she won't listen to you, the pistol's probably stashed away in one of her safes. I'd pick the lock myself, but my hands aren't as steady as they used to be. Okay. It's a dangerous pistol. Well, now I'm just gonna have to see how dangerous. Okay, now we're gonna just crack one open until we see it. Nope. 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 How about this one? Nope, that was the easiest save, if I recall. There it is. Lloyd's family pistol. Oh. 4 projectiles. Instead of... Oh. Wow, okay, I see why it's considered dangerous. 4 projectiles for 1 plasma pistol is crazy.
Morning.
Okay. It sounds like you stole it from Lloyd. I assure you, the Brotherhood was still not bandits, and I'm not a thief. I acted well within the power entrusted to me by the Scavengers Guild charter. A charter that Lloyd agreed to abide by when he joined the guild. That includes the clause on confiscations. Besides, he was compensated generously for his trouble. Oh. Oh. Sounds like, you know what, I'll just give it back to him. I've got my most powerful gear on me, including my pistol. This, fancy Brotherhood of Steel adorned pistol.
Morning.
Let's actually shut this so they don't listen in. Yes. Well, I have your pistol. Here's your pistol. Really? You got it back? I won't bother asking how you did it. I'll just offer my many thanks. You can also have the compensation they gave me when they took my pistol. I guess you've proven the Brotherhood isn't entirely composed of assholes. Thanks again for looking out after the little guy. Now, question is, it's not on him. Okay. How about joining? Welcome to the offices of the Scavengers Guild. Pleasure to finally meet you, Sentinel. My name is Mickelson. I'm the manager of the guild here. Now, what can the Scavengers Guild do for you? Can I become a member? Acquiring membership is a rather complicated endeavor. There's a lot of paperwork and whatnot. And given your rank in the Brotherhood, I'm sure that might complicate things quite a bit more. And I'd be willing to skip all of that and induct you into the guild if you were to help me out with the little problem we have. What do you need help with? Scavengers Guild is having trouble acquiring membership, which is, of course, normal, given we've just started. But I feel like things will go more smoothly if we had that new settlement, Mason-Dixon, on our side. Town is full of scavengers, none of whom are interested in the guild membership. You could convince the town later, Sweet Tea, I think her name is, to endorse the guild. I think we might be in better shape. Oh, and in return, I'll see to it that you're granted a special membership into this guild. Alright, I'll help. Fantastic. This will do wonders for the guild. Not sure how you'll convince her to support the guild. From what I heard, she can be quite of a hard ass. But I'm sure you can figure it out. Ah. Let's see. Notes. I love notes. The manager has asked me to convince Sweet Tea, leader of the Mason-Dixon Salvage, to endorse the guild. In return, I will be granted membership. Beyond all memberships. I mean, what?
Morning.
Anyway, I'll do that in a little bit. Also, is this raw damage? Yeah, it is 33. Not bad. Wish I had a higher crit chance. And it's telling me to go across. Okay. Wait, is there anybody down here? Yeah, there is. Okay, Rivet City controls this. I have to remember that. I mean, right there. Alright, and around we go. Trouble in this area? Ooh. I'll be taking those. I tapped it too quickly. I should not be doing that. That just confused the hell out of me. Just a moment. Now, where are we going? Oh, it takes me to Stewart Square. Alright. Alright, so that audio got corrupted. Ooh, okay. Whoa, what the nuke? Okay.
Attention.
Okay, he's on the left. There he is. Found you. Yeah, what'd you expect? Good God. Okay. Yep. Found who was attacking me. Yeah. I'll admit he blew me up 3 times before I realized what was going on. Thirsty after that. I don't think I have any Aqua Pura at the moment. Alright. Sneak attack.
The sky will fall, the earth will rise, the stars will shine open their toothy grins and caress the sun with their love.
Good riddance. Ain't none of my business. Whoa!
Yep, there we go. All quiet now. Okay. Uh-oh. Ooh. Alright. Oh, I got my pistol proficiency up. Also, that's the head of
Please
a...
stand clear. This is now a free fire zone.
Alright, he has a Chinese assault rifle.
Opening fire! Teach you to
There we
mess
go.
with me.
So we're going to a door. Whoop!
Please stand clear. This is now a free fire zone.
Damn! I'm hit!
Oh, I got him. Okay, Mr. Overlord. Just shove in 8 shells. Ooh, explosive. Oh my god, he made the... That was an Olympic jump. Oh, fun fact about these overlords. They have over 1,000 health in Fallout 3. Apparently it was intentional. Rather than giving them better items, like they have, They just went, let's give them 1,000 health. And the only other enemy to have more than 1,000 health is the albino rad scorpion. It has 1,280. Also, there was a fight with them going on here. Okay, also, what's this? Forbidden program. Oh yeah, that's the... What was it? I can't remember what it was. I think it's the Assaultron thing. Also, what is going on with you? Oh, you just were never posed. Or given physics for some reason. Interesting. Alright. Let's actually check how much ammo I've got in total. 110 and then 62. Just a little bit more damage with the special ones at the cost of more condition. Whoops. Thank God I didn't hit anyone. Alright, the cinema. What movie will we see today? Oh my God. The Empire Struck Back. Okay, we're gonna need... Yep. If 12 gauge can't solve your problems, I don't know what to tell you. Okay, we're fighting up a building. Okay, what the hell? What in the... Blood Boiler. Okay, that's your name. The headboard. Look around the cinema for Grant. Okay. Oh my God. Okay, Teslatron. What is the headboard? Okay. The headboard. Whoops, it's not... Okay, there we go. It is literally a board with skulls. How much damage does it do with my limited skills? 59. Is that not nearly the base damage? Actually, this has to have close to 80 at full condition then. So I might be wrong, but is that not close to the base damage of the Super Sledge? Or am I just not thinking of the right thing? Oh. Okay, I didn't notice that while I was walking around. Sentinel, if you're here, then that means the super mutants are dead. Footmen Kirkpatrick locked the door with a metal cabinet. I was sure they were going to bust it down at any moment. I'm Footman Kirkpatrick, the medic for Night Grant's squad. As you can tell, there's not very much left of this squad. Where's Night Grant? You can find Night Grant over by the wall. Uh-oh. Was mortally wounded during the battle. I'm doing what I can to ease the pain, but she won't live much longer. Where's the rest of you? You can find the rest of the squad's corpses scattered throughout the theater. Only managed to pull Night Grant and Footman DuPont to safety. Okay. Are you hiding in this storage closet? I had no other choice. We managed to push into the theater, but it ended up being a trap. Cut off from the exit, we retreated backward into the building. Most of the squad is dead or retrieved wounded. Footman DuPont and Night Grant had pulled them in here and barred the door. All they could do was tend to the wounded and await reinforcements. Okay, I see. What's next for your squad? I'll stay here and look after Night Grant until she passes. Once Footman DuPont is able to move, we'll rendezvous with the nearby Brotherhood patrol and catch a ride back to base. It's been quite the day, Sentinel. Okay. Can you tell me about Night Grant's wounds? She's mortally wounded. All there's to do is provide her medics to help her pass with a little less pain. I'm focusing on saving the life of Footman DuPont, who was also seriously wounded. What happened to your Footman? We were part of a search and destroy operation in Stewart Square. Knight Grant received orders to deal with a super mutant tribe that had made their way inside the Stewart Cinema. We charged right into their nest, and it wasn't long before they trapped us in here. The mutant leader wounded Knight Grant and smashed right through her power armor. Okay, that's why I found that on the floor. She was able to exit her broken power armor, or else I wouldn't have been able to drag her back in here. We would have tossed her body onto the pyre with the rest of my squad. Man. How did the super mutants fail to break down the door to the storage closet? Like I said, I barred the door with a metal tool cabinet. But I doubt that was what really kept them out. I think the super mutants were too distracted torturing my squad mates, but I didn't have time to dwell on that. I guess they figured out how to get, or they'd get to us eventually. Okay. Not like we had anywhere to run. Okay. How long have you been with her squad? Served under Knight Grant for a while now. Knows how to keep a medic busy. Wish I could say scenes like this were rare on our missions, but I'd be lying. Still, this mission had been one of the worst ones yet. Damn. Alright, wow. Seriously wounded. Ooh. He didn't need it. Also, you didn't need that or that. Severely wounded and most likely will not live long. Inspect her wounds. Perception is not high enough. Okay, am I being debuffed? I am. My perception is being reduced by 3. Oh, minor dehydration and something else, probably from what I'm wearing. Now that's agility. My headgear gives me energy weapons. But why by 3? Minor dehydration is -1. No way to scroll. I guess I'll try to get my H2O. Okay, it's been brought back up. Okay, let's see. Inspect. Doesn't take an expert in medicine to know how poorly Knight Grant's wounds have been treated. The bandages hang loose, blood drips off the half-stitch wounds. Perhaps you should check what sort of triage Footman DuPont has received. Ooh. Apparently, it's apparent he has been expertly treated. The quality of triage received compared to Knight Grant makes you wonder if Knight Grant was purposefully provided worse medical care. You can confront Kirkpatrick about Grant's medical treatment or leave it be.
Hey.
Oh. Yes, Sentinel? I have a question to ask you about Grant's injuries. What sort of question? Okay, I can come out straight with it. Okay, I'm tempted to accuse you of medical misconduct, Footman, perhaps even attempted murder. I never knew you were trained in medicine, but still I'm gonna guess there's no point in attempting to lie to you, Sentinel. I'm not gonna ask for your forgiveness, but I hope you'll at least listen to me. Maybe you will at least understand why I'm gonna allow Grant to die. Okay, what do you have to say for yourself? I'm sure you saw the Footmen's corpses on your way through the theater. Knight Grant always leaves behind a trail of bodies. You know how maddening it is to see your fellow soldiers torn to shreds by enemy fire, while your commander's in power armor? She doesn't care about the men under her command. All she cares about is victory and glory. As I was sewing up her wounds, I realized if I saved her, the cycle of death would continue. The more victories she had under her belt meant more promotions and more men would lead to a grave. I only did what was right. I did nothing to save her life, just as she had nothing to save with ours. Oh, wow. Knight Grant's poor leadership doesn't permit you to take her life. You're right. She deserved to die for failing to lead her men. Trying to decide if I should kill you now or wait to hang you at Castle Lions. Ooh. These are all 3 levels of wow. it be stern and traditionalist or let it go. But both of these, this leads to his death, this leads to her death. Almost neutral. Yeah, her poor leadership doesn't permit you to take her life. Like I said, I don't want your forgiveness. Just want you and the rest of the Brotherhood leadership to understand how your knights are leading. Whoops. Here, take the last of my doctor's bags and decide if you want who you want to save, DuPont or Knight Grant. Want to undo my wrongdoings with Grant? Do so. It'll cost... Oh. If you'll excuse me, I have one last round chambered in my pistol. It's on my boots. Well, you could have let me do it. Oh, extended mags. Okay, which one? Kirkpatrick has left a decision whether to heal Knight Grant or Footman DuPont to you. Unless you have more than one doctor's bag on hand or high enough medicine skill, you cannot save both of them. What would you like to do? You gave me one, right? I have exactly 2. Did I keep one on hand or did I just forget about it? I have med kits for some reason. Man, those are kind of heavy. Alright, I think I'll do both. Thankfully, you had an extra doctor's bag on hand. Or hadn't. You were able to save the lives of both Knight Grant and Footman DuPont as they await medical evac back to Castle Lyons. All that's left to do is speak to Head Paladin Tristan about your thoughts on today. Man. Okay, so I increased reputation with both sides. Alright. Also, that does explain the broken power armor. Although, one less crazy mutie. Out. Ooh. Okay, I think I can just get out of here, right? Yep. Let's see. So, that's just the default waypoint for Castle Lyons. Wait, do I not know where Maxon's, or not Maxon's, Mason Dixon's thing is? There's Vernon Town. Mason Dixon Salvage, okay. I think we'll go from... we can go from WKML to there. Also, I might want to fast travel back at some point to get more water. But, yeah, these don't get rid of thirst, like, at all. So I think I'm heading in the right direction, that one marker there. There's the arrays. A nice Nuka-Cola cap. Also, I can see the flag. Alright, that's a nice touch. Run in with Nuka-Cola. Oh, wow. Chip, where's Dale? Scrapper.
I'll mind my business, you mind yours.
The rest shack. Ooh. Blind Willie. Yeah, is someone there? Care to do some training? Sure. Oh, he's got 50 cal. Jeez. Okay. Wasteland scarf. Not very much. Got any of that precious 44? Nope. Can't even trust you. You're blind? I ain't called Blind Willie for ironically. Oh yes, I am blind. I can still make a living thanks to my trusty Brahmin. The old girl carries my gear and leads the way. He knows the trade rates better than I do. You can sniff out trouble from miles away. Alright.
Good to see you.
Good to see you. Evening. Now who here?
Hey, what do you need?
I don't know, what do you need? Ooh. Few odds and ends. Ooh, I'll take that. Oh, whoops.
Give me a shout.
Mighty fine doing business with you. Okay, let's see this. People of the wasteland, not all who wear power armor are friends. Know the difference. Oh, office and bar. Y'all got any of that? Oh, we got a
Evening.
Knight Schneider. Ooh, a locksmith reader. It's gone. It's gone. Okay. Sweet tea. Well, if it isn't the hero of the Brotherhood stopping by to say hello in my little town. Or is it still the lone wanderer of radio fame? What is it you prefer to go by these days? I'm still the lone wanderer. You can refer me... Yeah, just call me Joy. Pleased to make your acquaintance. People around here call me Sweet Tea, and I am the mayor and resident bartender of our little rusty slice of heaven. What can I do for you? Got any drinks? Sure do. Only reason anyone works around here. Alright, let's see. Nothing. I'll buy that, though. I'll buy that for 35
Pleasure
caps.
doing business with you.
Yeah. Do you have any work? Okay, I'm coming to talk to you about joining the Scavengers Guild. Mickelson send you? Listen, the answer's still no. We got our own way of doing things out here, a way that doesn't rely on paperwork or rules, just scrap and sweat. And besides, we already paid taxes, why the hell should we pay dues to the guild as well? I think I speak for everyone at Mace and Dixon when I say we are doing just fine on our own. Ooh. Imagine a future, a bright future, while mankind work together to rebuild this great... Alright, quit your blabbering. Warn me down. You can tell him how considered. Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm sorry I didn't read the rest of that. I just start grandstanding. She's like, stop. I don't want to hear it anymore. Stop. Oh my god. I'm gonna start crying. God, that's hilarious. I mean, speech checks feel that way sometimes. You're just grandstanding and then suddenly she says, please stop. Okay. Oh man. Oh, okay. Oh, I fast traveled all the way back. I wanted to go to the thing and then my office. Oh man, that was amazing. Your relationship with the reformist faction is improved by a rank. The efficiency of your tax collection is increased by 10%. Alright. Oh, I can make investments still. 1 civilian. Express shipping. Time for this many settlements to be connected. The best way to do that is through a postal service. Pitch up the funds. I'll place drop boxes that can be used to send items to and from settlements. Fun fact, this is in normal TTW. It's known as the Pony Express system. However, there's only 5 boxes you can send places to, or send things to. Sorry. Work a week. Let's see our budget. So 12, 10, 3 upgrades, 7 campaigns completed. Taxes collected this week, or last week. 225, upkeep of 525. Last week's surplus, yeah, that was the amount of money I made by gambling. That's why you gamble. Also wow. The traditionalists must frickin' hate me, man. Yeah, so my current budget is 2,400. I want to stay within that. So So, encampments, metro checkpoints, that might be good. Lincoln Memorial, we can invest. And Free Academy, Germantown, ooh. These are a lot of good ones. And I think only military investments get us the stuff we would want. So, yeah. We'll just hold off on that for a moment. Then go to Paladin Tristan. Tell everybody to hold. Also, let me see. Do you guys have any more levels yet? Oh, they can only go up to level 5. Okay. Alright, so I shouldn't have given you other things. Alright. Also, you're at level 4. 25 kills, 10% crit chance. Alright, that's pretty cool. Tristan, wake up. Oh, thanks. Greetings, Sentinel. Got blood samples, whatever thing. I'm back from trying to speak with Knight Grant. You said you tried to speak with her? What happened? Her own medic tried to kill her, but I was able to heal her wounds. Are you serious? Not a word of this can leave Castle Lions right now. The naysayers at the Citadel would have a field day with this one. I expect her poor leadership would catch up to her, but couldn't imagine something like this. Glad you managed to save her life. Hopefully there is something she can learn from all this. Soldiers aren't robots in need of programming. Regardless, I suppose it's time to settle the questions regarding Paladin Joiner's proposal. I mean, you could stay traditional, where knights only command initiates, or we push it forward where knights and footmen just, well, it becomes a bloodbath, which is probably with the reformists. I mean, we've seen both sides. Keeping it traditional helps, but it locks the footmen out. I think we'll go with Joiner. It has to be an integration between knights and footmen. Even after what you saw at Stewart Square, you think that's a good idea? I know a lot of starry-eyed reformers that have the idea of knights bravely integrating. The codex-thumping paladins at the Citadel are right. Knights aren't suited to lead footmen, at least not to a long extent. Maybe in time Joiner's reforms will be useful, but right now I think the Brotherhood isn't ready. To finally put these reforms to rest, I'm going to let you decide. Call it a passing of the buck. Let's admit it, you're a controversial figure. No one will think twice if you make a controversial decision. Okay. Speak with Joiner and choose whether or not. Okay, so we get a "Are you sure?" option. Alright. Yes, Sentinel? I want to speak to you about your reform proposals. Why'd you speak to the head paladin? Let me guess, he wants you to decide whether my reforms should be implemented. Hope you've come to tell me they are approved and being implemented. Ooh. Ooh, okay. After what I've seen, I'm not sure if your reforms won't lead to more old dead soldiers. I understand your hesitation, Sentinel. I'm just as concerned about the high casualty rates of the footmen. But my pushing through these reforms will force knights to evolve and become leaders they were meant to be. Oh, whoops. Footmen will continue to fight under inexperienced knights, and casualty rate will remain high, but without these reforms, there will be no motivations for the knights to learn how to lead. Okay. I think having the footmen usurp the role of the knights on the front lines will lead the Brotherhood to ruin. So you've been spending a little too much time with those traditionalists at the Citadel. We think knights will be relegated to command posts far from the battlefield, and that Brotherhood will decrease in quality. Believing the contrary, having knights serve as officers for footmen will bolster military might. These paladins have little faith in the knights. Do they think they can only carry a laser rifle? I believe the knights are much more capable than that. Okay. Okay, so she knows about the high rates, so to speak. And it's our decision whether we want to push it forward. Reforms of the Order of Footmen and Order of Knights. As the Order of Footmen find themselves thrust into new battles covering the flanks of the Brotherhood, could not hold alone. The men and women of this burgeoning order need strong leadership to guide them into the model soldier. While knights have already begun leading footmen into battle, more can be done to ensure knights and footmen are used to their full potential. If my reforms are approved, knights will be given more responsibility over their squad of footmen and will provide more training on how to lead squads of soldiers into the battlefield. These knights will, of course, continue to dress in power armor in accordance with the traditions of the Brotherhood of Steel. I'm positive that this power armor will serve to inspire soldiers under their command, so I can push this forward and have the knights and footmen act as one, potentially making the battle, or making knights into officers, or reject it and only allow the knights to really use them as standard soldiers. And Knight Grant was just kind of rushing into battle, not doing much, so not a very good leader. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to approve it. You've decided to approve it. Recruiting a knight into the squad will now increase the weapon damage and DT of footmen in your squad. Your box is currently empty. Relations with the Reformist faction has improved by a rank. You can now use the Inspiring Figure ability once a day. When this ability is used, using your commanding radio, there is a chance nearby enemies will abandon their evil ways and join you in your battle for a better wasteland. Success rate of this ability is determined by your charisma. Oh, let's actually see the traditionalist thing. Also this, guardsman. Okay. Budget and operation, -10. -10 with the traditionalists. Okay. Looks like the reformists love me. Message inbox. Guardsman. Want to notify you about the recently organized guardsman unit formed from the most seasoned footmen in the Brotherhood. These elite soldiers are equipped with modified laser rifles and are specifically trained for combat in the heart of the sea ruins. Guardsmen should help prove the Citadel just how great the footmen can become. We can now recruit guardsmen from the squad terminal. Ooh. And I got a set of armor and a laser repeater. Ooh. 40 damage a hit? Holy hell. Okay, it's a slow laser RCW. Wait, is that? That's a friggin' bayonet. That's actually amazing. Alright, let me put some things away. Requisition some supplies. I'm thinking 12 more stimmies. Blood packs might be good as well, and nothing else. Okay. Now, let's see. Work a week in the office. Yeah, let's see. So -10 and max rep with the reformists. I didn't know I could do that so fast. Work a week in the office. Let's see. How about with the traditionalists? -1. You're invited to join a friendly sparring match among knights. It seemed you didn't understand what a sparring match meant, as you primarily swung his practice sword on wild frenzy, hitting anyone. So probably think twice about inviting you to another session. Alright, we work another week. Oh, okay. So it's weekly. A weekly gain. Tax efficiency stays at 51% despite your best effort. Damn. Okay, let's see. What else do we have to do? I have to make a bunch of... I have to make a whole bunch of investments, but let's go tell Mickelson the success we've been having.
What do you need?
Oh no, what do you need?
Whatever.
Okay. Also, he's not here. Ah, yes, what brings you to the Scavengers Guild? I convinced Sweet Tea to endorse the Scavengers Guild. Perfect. With her endorsement, I'm sure our membership will rapidly grow. There is a bright future ahead of us. Well done. As I promise, you can now consider yourself a full member of the Scavengers Guild. Welcome to the guild. Now as a member of the Scavengers Guild, you are now, oh god. You're now a member of the Scavengers Guild, and as such, you receive the Scavengers Guild perk. You can now trade with your fellow scavengers at a discount rate. Okay, is there anything to do? Are there any perks to joining the guild? There are quite a few perks. Provide a network of support through things like supplies, medical care, and housing. We also help scavengers find buyers for their scraps so they can easily make a profit and head back out. Because of the guild's close relationship with the castle, we can organize scavenging expeditions that are escorted by Brotherhood. Scavengers can always sell their goods to the Brotherhood, though. Although, okay, it's going a little fast under the guild's charter. Scavengers are required to give the Brotherhood first pick, and if the scavenged item is deemed especially dangerous or technologically advanced, then it must be returned. They still pay good money, but you don't really have a choice if you have to buy something like that. Regardless, the guild is well worth the time for any scavenger that has a brain. Okay, so I can buy and sell junk. Also, I left my squad at Castle Lions.
Hey.
As you're a member of the Scavengers Guild, you're entitled to trade with me plus a 25% discount. Congrats. Now what do you want? Take a look at my stock. Oh my god. Holy Jesus. A cigarette lighter. Also a Watts EPD. Basically a taser. Scavenger armor, provocateur armor. Ooh, they don't really have much. They're more like general merchants. They do have a fair bit of mods, though. A lot of ammo. Nothing actually good, though, for the pistol I've got. Alright, so there's all of that done with the guild. What a weird... what a weird thing to have as a guild faction. Just, yep, there it is. Okay, let's go to the vertibird, which will take me back. Head into my sentinel office. Here I am. Now, what's our current budget? Collected taxes, last week's surplus, okay. Let's see, my investment's 3,761. And that would cover a civilian investment. The military ones get us more operations. Ooh, National Archives, which will get us the Field Scribes. The National Archives contains an astounding amount of well-preserved archival text from before the Great War. Although the cataloging such a large number of documents will certainly take some time, it will greatly help the Brotherhood of Steel to understand pre-war America and uncover the answers to many secrets once thought to be lost. Okay, as the Brotherhood of Steel expands its operations across the wasteland, treasure troves of new technologies are being unearthed. Many scribes are taking to the field in order to personally secure these more valuable discoveries. Although they are by no means warriors like knights or footmen, they will fight fiercely to secure technologies of the past for the future. Field scribes can now be recruited from the squad terminal. They can also be used to unlock terminals locked up to very hard. Ooh. Nice. Let me go get an upgrade. Let's see. We have one level up. Ooh, bonus crit multiplier could go up. Bonus crit damage. Yeah, I think I'll go with crit multiplier, 1.25. Alright. Base DPS calculated at 74. Would you look at that? Minimal wear. Alright, well, I will be ending the episode off here. I have to go get more money, basically. Hopefully get a lot more money, because there are still a handful of campaigns we haven't seen yet. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, maybe hit the bell, set notifications so if you like the content and want to see more of it. But, yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.